in the court.
Crawford Seltzer. Someone online described it as drinking the TV static while someone shouts the name of a fruit from another room. I thought that was funny.
How are you guys? What have you guys been up to today?
We've been recording Insane in the Membrane.
Who's with today?
We were with Sim Gariel from Gariel, from 80s Matchbox Beeline Disaster. And
what's that? Was that an industrial action against?
yeah.
Exploitation. What was that?
It was a band in the early 2000s.
Oh wow!
Yeah, well, around the time of the Libertines and all them, they were around then. And
were they like their Libertines?
No, they're a bit more. They're a bit faster, a bit more like the Cramps.
A bit less shove your mate out a window and responsible for their deathy.
Yeah, that's it.
A bit less of that.
A bit less
murdery.
Yeah. That's it. Killers in their own right.
You would get on the heroin, wouldn't you? Oh no, he's already on it.
Ever done heroin, Tom?
What's that?
Ever done heroin?
Nice segue. Oh God, no.
No, me either.
Not brave enough for that, and I don't like anything that slows you down. I'm already.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, I just got sped up now. I went into the big Sainsbury's near us. I don't like it in there anyway because it got no windows. There's no feng shui. It's too dark. I like a supermarket where it's got those big bay windows at the front so the light goes in.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't like it, but they moved everything around. I nearly had a panic attack.
No shit.
I didn't know where anything is. I didn't know. I still haven't found the crisp aisle.
Have they moved it around for Christmas?
Well, they've been moving it for about 2 weeks. So it's still in the middle of moving it. I nearly had to call a manager.
Where were the crisps?
What was wrong with the way it was before? Why do we have to change this? Unbelievable.
To get more of your money, Tony.
Well, they didn't get it. All they got off me was some Ziploc bags. So they can go jump. I'm not going back there again.
That's it.
Really
done.
messed with my brain.
It can do that though, can't it? Just that simple trip to the supermarket can just ruin your day.
Well, it's already overwhelming, isn't it? It's already a nightmare where there's too much choice. There's too much choice.
Oh,
it's already just a nightmare. And then to move everything, what are they doing? and they know they've got a captured audience because they know people need their food. I'll tell you what, everyone seems to think that Waitrose is more expensive. But if you actually do price checks on the things that you like, I think there's not much in it.
There's not much in it, Tom. No.
With Waitrose, is there?
No, not at all. It used
and
to
Waitrose,
be,
you feel like you've arrived. It's brilliant in there. It's bright. Same amount of choices, but I don't know. They seem to know how to just make you feel like a, you know?
Yeah. Well, some of their stuff, like their label, like they have peanut butter and they have, your condiments of that, but they've got a different label on it to make it look like there's something else going on. It's not just Heinz this and Heinz that. There's some actual bees did this. This is nice.
Oh no, Waitrose is great, and their bags for life are better too.
True. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I can't really afford to shop at any of them, let alone Waitrose. But I tried Morrison's for a while, but it's just too oppressive in there. It's just dark. Morrison's.
Yeah.
I chuck 10 pence on my tin of beans. I don't mind paying it. I'll pay it. For the because you walk out of Morrison's, you feel deeply depressed.
Well, it's like they threw everything in there. They didn't just place it. They just went, just back the trucks up.
Yeah.
And just shoveled it in. Fuck it.
Yeah. They don't put any effort into pretending their bread's fresh. We know none of the bread anywhere is fresh, but just pretend. Waitrose will sell you they'll try and sell you a £6 loaf of bread over there. You don't buy that. But at least you know it's there.
There's some effort been made.
Yeah.
And I like that.
And the clientele don't look any... But I don't know, everyone at the Morrison's, which is just down the road, it's as if everyone... I don't know. I mean, you can get cheap stuff if you buy their deals on, like reclaimed meat ribs, like your McRib.
Oh God.
Yeah, and I got some weird food in there. Anyway, how are you guys?
Yeah, good.
Nothing's
man.
happened since we missed a week, is there?
No, nothing's happened, Tom. Nothing has happened at all.
Jamie Oliver's been cancelled, hasn't he?
Jamie Oliver, why is he? What's he
Well,
done
I
this
was
time?
only thinking with relation to the supermarkets and Sainsbury's, and his face is on.
Oh yeah.
a lot.
Well,
of
I'm
stuff
glad
in
he did. If
Sainsbury's.
he's still connected with that outfit.
Yeah. So
What did he do?
What did he do?
he wrote a book, and I don't actually know. I know he's written a book, and it's upset.
Well, somebody
a
Google it, would
culture,
you?
And I think I'd like to think.
Let's Google Jamie Oliver. Let's do some research, Tone and Paul.
Yes, he's obsessive culture, and I can't remember who it is. So it may be sort of.
Oh, he's had to have the book
Yeah,
Jamie Oliver.
Did he write a book like write
children's
himself,
book, I
like a
think it was.
fiction book of fiction?
Jamie Oliver, children's book cut over First Nations portrayal.
There we are. I thought it was Native American.
Okay. Yes.
Well, that's what it is. First Nations is North American or Canadian.
Celebrity chef Jamie Oliver has pulled his new children's book from the shelves after complaints it stereotypes Indigenous Australians.
Oh,
The 400-page fantasy novel Billy and the Epic Escape features an Aboriginal girl with mystical powers living in foster care who is abducted from her home in Central Australia. First Nation leaders have said the book reproduces harmful stereotypes and trivialises the complex and painful history of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island children being forcibly removed from their families under government assimilation policies. There you go.
well, it's not like he was saying he was pro that. It's
No.
not like he was going, "This is good." He was trying to, maybe I think he was trying to highlight it, wasn't he? That something that was true or something.
Well, it says, yeah, Oliver, he was in Australia promoting a new cookbook, has apologised and said he was devastated to have caused hurt. It was never my intention to misinterpret this deeply painful issue, he said in a statement. There you go.
Typical tone deaf
Privileged white
media. I don't know all the words that they
dude.
use.
All of the words.
Typical tone deaf elite media people
But he
in
wouldn't
their
have
bubble.
done it on purpose, would he?
He's in there, yeah, but they live in their bubble, don't they?
Yeah. They fucking-
I love all that rhetoric. I just haven't memorized how to do it yet. You rag on celebs, but they are all twats anyway. A lot of them, aren't they?
They're in their little bubble, as you say. When they're surrounded by people telling them that what they're doing is brilliant, and everyone's doing stuff for them.
You ever see when they go on and really rage about stuff, right on things and take up like woke topics? Do you know, like Rufus Hound and people like that? Do you ever think to yourself, what are you hiding? What are you compensating for?
Yeah, what's going on? What's happening?
It's at a minimum one blackface. That's the bar, and
Nazi
then there's something else
memorabilia.
beyond that. Maybe some sexual crime, probably. They're
Yeah.
covering for something.
I mean, we're not saying that has happened with Rufus Hound. Just saying.
Oh right, yeah, you got to say that.
But
There's something in there. It'll creep out at some point.
someone somewhere's
ever
done
notice-
something.
Every time I remember back in the day, every time someone was like a real male feminist comedian, everyone would always grumble, "What's he got hiding?" And then they always would, wouldn't they? They would always the ones that got
Every
canceled.
single time.
When Me Too came out, it was like all them
Yeah. Like they were getting ahead of the news.
and the overtly rotter ones.
Just the ones. There was just the ones you went, well, I know for a fact they've got something. They've got something going on. And then there was somebody going to go, wow, I didn't see that coming. Because they
I
were
think
so...
that's-
They were so
That's
in on it, and
Yeah, go
like,
ahead.
I'm a feminist. Any man who says I'm a feminist, yeah, you go, all right, mate,
All right.
all right,
Yeah.
what are you up to?
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Everyone, you don't even need to talk about it. You just go, okay.
Because you don't need to say that you're that. You could everyone should
Just
assume
be
that
that.
you're a decent person. You don't need to say that.
It's like like saying you're anti-fascist. Well, who isn't? I mean, if you're not, you don't need to say it. Saying it's a bit dodge. must have some tendencies. Speaking of fascists, I don't think Donald Trump's one. He's still a rotter.
He's just a
Still
fucking.
runner.
He's an idiot that just.
Yeah. But
he
what-
got lucky.
But I'll tell you what, he got lucky because he was up against fucking morons who kept calling him Hitler, and then everyone else going, "I don't think he's Hitler," and if
No.
they're saying he's Hitler, well, he might be all right. They voted, they got him in themselves. The
Yeah.
ones who hate him,
Yeah.
they're the ones who got him in.
They didn't have any. They didn't have like. They didn't speak to the people. They didn't give them. They didn't give the people an alternative.
Nah. But I was starting to get a little bit of joy when I was watching all those people freaking out, like Jimmy Kimmel and all those people.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking, oh, this is fantastic. Look how upset they are. and then I thought, nah, actually I started to feel bad for a lot of them. I thought, imagine to be so gaslit into thinking that the world's going to end because of a person. Like, I think people
Yeah.
think that Hitler came along and he was just Hitler came out of nothing. Just going, so like as if it relies on just a chap.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure you don't get a bad chap in or Nazis. But I mean, that came out of quite a bit of historical fucking stuff.
But didn't they
Isn't it?
say that the left created the right?
I don't know. The French Revolution created that, and when they all sat around on their thing and they broke into the left and the right, that's the beginning of that.
Ah, there you go.
It's not a real thing.
No.
There's no such thing. You can't be left or right. You have belief. Like, the idea that all your beliefs have to fall in line with all the same, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Pick a team like that, isn't it? To label yourself.
Yeah. That's like all labels, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm a conservative. Well, I don't know. Really? I bet you're pretty liberal on loads of things. Like, you can't just be one or the other. You got to be a blend of both, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like, I like dogs and cats. Can't be just a dog person. Who's nobody's just a dog person. It means you just like dogs right now. And you're not keen on cats, but maybe you haven't given cats a chance. You need a real broad range of views, don't you? You need the views of cats and the views of dogs.
Yeah.
You can't just go through life only knowing what dogs like, and then everyone's just, you're in the dog park and everyone's just going, "Fucking dogs, eh? They're the best." Oh, cats are evil. Did you hear that? How do you know? You don't hang out with any cat people. Well, they're all crazy cat people. Dog people, we're the best. And same with the cat people. How is the world ever going to get anywhere if everyone's just cats and dogs?
It's true though, and I don't like all cats, and I don't like all dogs.
There you go. Now we're getting somewhere.
I like that cat, and I like that dog. Well,
Tell you what,
I don't like
dogs
your
I don't
dog.
like. I don't like Belgian wolf dogs. Well, I've told you about that already, haven't I? That's
have.
why I voted Brexit. When those Belgian people at Highgate Woods had their dog went after mine.
Yeah.
Well, your dog is called Wolfie. He's wolf by nature, by name, but not by nature. Right, that's it. We're out. We're out. Sorry about it. You just did it yourself.
Yeah, your dog fucked up my dog, so now that's it. You're gone.
She might as well just call me garbage. Same difference. The contempt.
Yeah.
Right, we're out of the EU. We're gone.
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah. See what now? I hope you're happy now, lady.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good walk home, wasn't it? Like, you just wait. You just wait.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You have pushed this guy too. Well, it was what. In fact, it's Wolfie. Wolfie's a Brexit dog.
Oh, it was his choice. It was his choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
Well, it was
send him home.
as he said, the EU is run by cats. It was all cat corporate interests, BMW, all them big, Pfizer, Apple, Pfizer, all them,
Yeah.
That's what Wolfie said.
All
It's
cats.
all cats run all the European conglomerates.
But it's true,
Which
innit? 'Cause-
control the EU, unelected cats.
But they say all cat people are mad, and then all dog people are stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
But there's stupid cat people.
Yeah, I know some.
And there's stupid smart dog people.
Yeah.
I don't know any.
But that again, like, sometimes I'm smart, sometimes I'm a fucking idiot. So it depends what
Yeah,
day of the week
exactly.
you're
I was
from.
quite right. I was a fucking idiot in Sainsbury's. I was genuinely upset. Where's the crisp aisle? I just want the crisp aisle.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
Did you not read the signs, Tone, in the roof?
Oh, I was getting really wound up. I kept going back to the same, and they moved. Like all the booze used to be at the back, and now they moved it to the front. I'm like, this is a kind of madness.
Christmas, Tone. It's Christmas. On the way to
Yeah,
the
but
till, you go, oh yeah, booze.
Well, you put some displays of booze at the front, but you leave it at the back where it belongs, in the dark. If you want to really pile up, you got to go all the way to the back. You don't put it at the front.
You know who
Booze shouldn't be that front and center. You can put displays on, but it should be more kids stuff.
Sounds like something only a cat person would do.
I'll tell you who does it best in my neck of the woods. Anyway, M&S, hands down, the best. Good feng shui. They don't ever. They're quite conservative, I guess. They don't change things. They don't just go. They don't just get a new manager and it's going, oh, we're really going to change it up. We're just going to move everything around that everyone's become accustomed to for 20 years. We're just going to change it up. Not M&S. We keep it pretty much the same, and we'll change a bit here, we'll change a bit there. But upstairs is the clothes. We're not going to do. And you just feel safe in there.
What I like about M&S is that they have the seasonal stuff as you walk into the food section. So now you walk through the clothes, you walk out to the food section, and there are Brussels sprouts.
Oh, I love it. And you know, and the hibiscus or whatever. What's that Christmas?
The red one.
The red one.
Poinsettia.
Poinsettia. Yeah. No one really likes them except for old ladies who. But I'm glad they're there.
I don't understand why that became a Christmas plant. It wasn't when I was a kid.
It's because it's red.
It's red. Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, I'll tell you what, I'm a sucker in M&S. If I'm walking around and I'm going, God, it's Christmas time. I'm so happy. Hey, there's a tin shaped like an old steam train pulling Christmas people in the winter, and it's only 14 quid, and it's got 8 biscuits in it. I'm buying that because I know I'll reuse that tin, won't I? Of course I will.
I bought a tin last year at Christmas at M&S. It's a barrel, and then it's got you take the lid off, and the lid's got music, and it's got lights. Yeah. Now I've got a Christmas tin.
Wow, what kind of music? Christmas music.
Christmas music. Yeah. Now I've got a Christmas tin. You've got diabetes from all the biscuits.
Oh, well, you can never you can't get diabetes from a M&S biscuit tin. You know, if you get what do you call them? Scottish butter cookies.
Oh, the shortbread.
Shortbread. Well, they have it all lifted on that plastic floating tray in there, and you think, "Whoa, this is a substantial tin with a music box to it, and it's shaped like a train." You open it up, eight. So you buy that once, and then you go around the corner and you buy the ones that are tightly sealed, packed full, that are shit versions, and then you fill it with that when people come around.
You're so British middle class now, Tony.
Oh my God! But I mean, Sainsbury's, surely they go shop at M&S and think, "Oh, we should do what they're doing." I mean, they're terrible. They're so disappointed in Sainsbury's.
Too busy moving their crisps around.
Too busy missing. Where did you? You didn't find the crisp at all?
No, I had to go to the petrol station after.
What about the petrol station?
I just wanted French fries. That's all I wanted.
Now we get into it. I wonder why you'd make the leap from Sainsbury's to the petrol station and no other shops in between.
Yeah. And then we got the local shop. It's just got mystery crisps. You just think, well, I don't know what bulk buyers you go to get these, but I've never seen Walker's crisp in that amount.
Oh, mate, I love those. I love those little shops.
750 milliliters of crisps.
Oh, dude, you get a sleeping bag full of jalapeno and Welk. And you go, wow, I didn't even know that existed. I didn't know I liked that. Yeah.
And I don't know what's happened, but a lot of places aren't playing the Christmas music yet, and I think, what the hell has happened to this country? It's the 14th of November. If you don't have your Christmas music on now, you might as well just go move, emigrate. Christmas needs to be on now.
Should have been.
I'll tell you what,
1st of November.
My wife and daughter, they are into the teas right now. You know, like the chai teas and the fancy teas.
Yeah.
And I am oh my God. for months I just thought, oh, that's quaint that they got that thing. Must be a lady thing, right?
Yeah.
Just not dismissive of it. Just not interested. That's not for me. That's not a fella's thing.
No, it's a lady thing.
And then I had one the other day, and oh my god, about 2 weeks ago, I am hooked.
What
Sticky
flavour?
chai latte, get the fuck out of here.
I like the licorice.
Warm the milk.
Oh,
But
man.
anyway, went into their shop to get them some, and they had their Christmas music blaring in there, and I thought, yep, these are good people. these are the kind of people you need to be associating with.
Tea people.
Yeah, the tea people are great, and then they open up the big tins. They go, "Oh, do you want to try? I don't know, banana cake, Christmas loaf flavored tea. Would you like a smell?" And then they dump a bunch of it on the lid, and then open it, and then pass it to you, and you go, ah, and you feel like it's Christmas, it's Halloween, it's just all the holidays in one.
Yeah.
Your memories of your granny, and you just think, I'm walking out of here with 10 quid's worth of tea. and hungry too, because it makes you hungry.
Speaking of that, because now where we live, there's a proper butcher's shop, like a real, like
Like a real butcher's.
real butchers, and it's going to be so Christmassy. So we've ordered our turkey crown, and then it means we have to go and queue for it at Christmas, like proper,
Big long queue.
proper Dickensian Christmas.
Oh, you can see your breath as you chat
Yeah.
to people you didn't know before in the area.
There you go, the sound of bells in the background, and
With your scarf double knotted.
yeah,
You got your gloves on.
yeah. Pretend
stomping
snow on
your
your
feet.
boots.
Yeah. It's 15 degrees out, and you wish you hadn't worn your coat.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh, brrr.
I love
Actually,
these.
I got a hunch it's going to be a cold one this year. I've just got a feeling.
It's cold already. I
We're
think
gonna have a
it's
cold-
Yeah, I think so.
I think we're going to get snow at some point. Maybe
Yes.
not on Christmas, but at one point, it's definitely going to be a dusting.
That's gonna fuck Paul up. Let me tell you where he lives. I know I go on about it all the time. This boy, if it's gonna be like a Canadian winter. If we get snow, old producer Paul is gonna be snowed into
I
April.
can't wait. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, it'd be tough to dig a hole.
Yeah.
Well, that crown's going to be
Oh,
frozen.
we'd have to. We'd dig it, and we'd spend all that time digging it. But then one day we'd walk out and go, "Let's carry on with the hole." It wouldn't be there.
No, we'll fall in it because it'll just be like powdered snow, and you
Yeah.
fall in and break your kneecap.
There was a children's book I had about a mole, and he popped up one morning and he found all this white stuff, and he built this entire house with tunnels and rooms because he didn't know what it was. He's just tunneling and making this amazing house in the snow, and then one morning he woke up and it was all gone, and he didn't know what had happened to his house.
That was a children's book?
Yeah.
Sounds like based on documentary evidence. I bet that's happened.
Yeah, probably. Maybe that's what moles do. They go, "Oh my god, all this space."
We should train that mole to dig out survivors of avalanches. Really, really slowly.
I saw.
I'm tired. So you're texting, you're covered in snow. Hurry, hurry. Oh, wait, Moley's coming. Moley's on his way. He knows you're there.
Do you know?
He's building a shelter first. And he's bringing his kiddies along.
He's on his way.
You just hold tight. Please, my fucking battery's dying. I'm going to die. There's no more air in my pocket. Moley's on his way.
Do you know, it's funny you say that. I was with Rich Hall the other day, last Saturday, and he talked about the fact that he did an avalanche awareness safety course.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And he talked about it, and he said if you get caught in an avalanche, you've got half an hour.
Oh, shit, really?
I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, I vaguely remember us talking about that at school. I don't know why. Maybe we were going on a ski trip or something. But we used to do bear stuff. You know, going camping trips, especially with school, you do bear awareness, what to do. And then everyone would just go, "Oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to fucking do. We'll walk up that fucking bear, punch him right in the nose, makes his eyes water. You grab that ear on him, you just pull it off, and you just show it to him. See that? You see that?
Talking into it like Reservoir Dogs. Hello, hello.
Yeah. Look at that. That's what you do to a bear.
That's your fucking ear, mate.
I would appeal to their better nature.
Oh, yeah?
Say,
what would
hey,
you do?
is this
Give them
what
a
we
picnic
really want?
basket.
I'd just bring up Trump and we'd all complain about it.
The one thing that
Bear
unites
would
us
be
all.
sitting back on, I don't know what's going to happen, man. What's going to happen up here in the wild? Well, I'll tell you one thing, probably a bit of fracking.
So much fracking.
Yeah, well, better than that Saudi oil. Come on now.
Oh, yeah, get our own oil. Get our own.
Yeah.
Get our own.
Britain's so small, there can't be any oil underneath.
There can't be any oil. It's like... This is
if there is, if it is guaranteed, it'll be under places like Middlesbrough. They're not going to find it in the Cotswolds, are they?
It's under Scotland, apparently.
Oh, well, that's fine. Dig it up. Dig it up. Their water's already shit. They're a weird people anyway, aren't they?
Well, it's great, apparently.
They're like the Stalinist up there, aren't they? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm consuming such a mixed bag on YouTube. I'm really trying to change my algorithms. Oh, and then we watched that movie, The Bikers, the other day. The Bike Riders.
Oh, yeah, is it good?
I loved it. I thought it was awesome. It
I
was
can't
like
wait
a real.
to see it.
It's really boring, which means it's good, right?
Yes.
And slow moving. And when you think that, you think, oh, this is boring and slow moving. Oh, it's because it's going to be good. And it is. So nothing really happens. You just follow these people's lives. But what was interesting about it from the macro level, it was showing how bike riding culture, going back from the 20s, the 30s, the 40s into the 50s, and then right on that cusp of the mid to late 60s, there were these bike riders. They're outlaws and all that. But it was still just a community for people to hang out and for working class people to have a sense of belonging and have that camaraderie. And it all came out of like soldiers coming back and needing that camaraderie and brotherhood and all that. But it was right on the cusp of when it turned dark. And then it shows how when the Vietnam vets started coming back and the drugs started coming in, and then they kind of slowly morphed. And it was like a swan song or an ode to the death of the old kind of rocker rebels into the darker, how the biker gangs all kind of morphed into organized crime gangs and drug traffickers. So it's really good historical bit. Anyways,
I like it.
I then, of course, did a deep dive of Googling the real people in it. They were based on real people. And then about the gang, the Outlaws, the Vandals in the movie are the Outlaws, who are now like one of the top big top four motorcycle gangs in the world. Anyway, but you punch a few of those into your YouTube, before you know it, you're watching interviews with guys from the Aryan Brotherhood in prison. Just got out of prison and explaining how prison works. You watch one of those, then you're watching the 2 hours of a guy who escaped his life in the Mexican mafia in what's it called, the Sunny in Kentucky, one of the worst prisons in America. Anyway, suddenly that's my YouTube's just full of that, and I'm like,
And then you go to Sainsbury's and you go, this is fucked.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in there and fucking shoot it up. But yeah, I kind of felt. And then you think, oh, maybe I want to dress like that. No, what's happening?
You did for a
I don't
bit.
know how to get it back to an.
You were. You did have a biker look for a while. You went. When I first knew you, you went from like the shaggy haired, kind of the boot cut jeans and the tie, loose, and then you went. Then you went real slick,
Quiff.
and you went quiff 50s biker boots.
Yeah,
You look the shit, mate. You look the shit. I think you bring it back, Tone.
Yeah, bring that back with the cowboy boots and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good look. But I think the quiff, I always associate it, when you get a man in his 50s still wearing the quiff, I always think of those guys back in the 70s when I was growing up, in the early 80s, those guys that it still hung on to it.
Oh, yeah.
So it didn't look cool to me. It looked like fucking, Jesus Christ, these guys are losers. They're stuck in the old days.
Hanging on.
All the other dads are wearing big, broad collars and bright colored coats.
This is why when I see people that were big on Oasis and they've still got their haircut, 20, 30 years later, and they haven't let it go, and it's thinning now, but they're really trying, and you're like, yeah, let it go, lads, let it go, yeah. Turn up at the school gates with their, their big fat bellies.
Yeah.
He says dressed as one. I mean, fucking hell, look at the way I'm dressed today.
Well, most looks don't look good unless you're skinny.
Exactly. You can't have a fat
there's
mod.
no look that suits fat.
Nah. Except Friar Tuck.
Hippies, nope. Bikers, nope. Nothing suits being fat. What a fattest thing to say.
Yeah.
Well, according to CNN, the fattists are going to take over. Donald Trump's the fattest. Which is funny because he's fat. Oh, fascist.
What's Alfie Solomon's been up to?
Oh, I don't know, like fucking Elvis. I don't fucking know.
I gotta go up a bit, innit? Gotta go. It's like that.
Go up.
It's gotta go up.
You can't do what?
That's it.
You can't do a single fucking podcast unless you do it out for fucking Solomon.
What line am I meant to have crossed? I couldn't find the crisps. I went Sainsbury's. I couldn't find the crisps. They've moved the fucking crisps.
Well, what are they doing moving the crisps? Well, crisps meant to be down there so fucking on. And what do you do when the crisps are not on the same oil? I tell you what you don't do. You don't fucking go down to the petrol station. You stay in there, don't you? You stay in there.
I can't do it. I've got to watch it. He was in Bikers. He kind of does Alfie Solomon.
But it does it with a tour like that. A bit of the Chicago from the 1960s like that,
Oh yeah, he has got that twang, hasn't he?
But he's he does a lot of acting, He does a lot of acting in the movie. He's always acting, I just like to ride my bike.
Yeah.
I like to ride my bike. I can't do the accent so good. It's kind of like Milwaukee, but not New York. So it's all over the place.
So New York is a bit but with Chicago. Because Chicago's colder.
They do a lot of. Austin Butler does a lot of this acting.
Yeah, he likes to squint. Yeah.
A lot of that. It's not great podcasting. Well, it's not great podcasting anyway.
Yeah, I like Tom Hardy's accent. Yeah. When he talks about that when they go to the bar, and he goes, "What should we do about the bar?" He goes, "Boil it down."
Yeah, did you? So you saw the movie?
I've seen bits of it. Yeah.
So I can't ask you if you liked it because you haven't seen all of it.
No, but I've seen clip and the bit where Sonny turns up. That's based on Sonny Barger, surely?
No, it's not.
Oh.
So they've done well. It's like how they always do in the movies. They mix and match. His look is kind of based on young Sonny Barger, because he looks like him, but he's actually based on a real guy from the Outlaws, the Chicago Outlaws, they were called at the time. So he's based on a real guy. Then another guy turns up from California, from the Red Devils or whatever, which is meant to be the Hells Angels. They didn't use any real names.
No.
And he's called Sonny as well. But he's based on a guy called Funny Sonny, who was a bit of a lunatic. I follow his grandson online now on Instagram because he puts photos up of Funny Sonny, who's a really funny guy. And it was a Hell's Angel. And there's a famous photograph of him sitting on the back of a Hell's Angel, or an Outlaw's motorcycle guy, and he's a Hell's Angel on the back. And on the internet they say, oh, that'd never happen now. They'd never be friends anymore.
Really?
Yeah, so that was Funny Sonny. It was from a different California chap. Yeah, but that's what I thought. I thought it was based on Sonny Barger too. But they've used a lot of things from Sonny Barger, but it's based on the Outlaws. So I think there's Outlaws, there's Hells Angels, Outlaws, Mongols, Pagans. This is getting boring now. But I really deep dove but those are the big four, and Satan's something. Anyway.
But it's funny because there's biker clubs, biker groups in this country. And a friend of mine, John Gamer, and his lovely wife Mandy, they've got bikes. They ride bikes all the time. And there's a motorcycle club that they're part of, and someone somewhere had made merch and called it the blah 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 motorcycle club. And you can't just do that because you'll get fucked up. You have to give them. You have to get permission, and you have to give them a cut of your profits in order to use it.
Put
you can't put MC. Yeah. And this guy has, and everyone's like, "This is going to end really fucking badly if you don't sort this out."
Yeah,
I think he stopped selling it now. He's like, "I'm just not going to bother."
No, I've heard. Yeah, you can't do that. But it's quite funny when you watch all this stuff. There are people who want to be the 1%ers anyway, the outlaws, or they're all called outlaws, aren't they? There's all like being free and out of society's grip, and break away from society's rules, man. And then they form these clubs with all these rules. So many rules. You can't have
So
that.
many
You
rules.
guys, you're not allowed to have a rocker on the bottom of your jacket. You're not allowed. No, you can't have a patch like that.
Yeah, you
No.
can't have that patch. I've come for his patch.
Bikers are a bunch of Karens. I
That's
wouldn't
the
say
next
that
one,
to
the
anyone.
Karens.
Yeah.
That's a good way
Yeah,
to
but
finish.
it's still pretty. They're still pretty thriving. People think it's kind of died and gone away, but they're still pretty thriving all over the place. Just
Oh,
maybe
mate,
not.
when I lived in Worthing, I was driving up to a gig up on this, like the dual carriageways up towards Dorking, and I was surrounded by this biker gang from Surrey. I can't remember what they were called. And then they kind of went past, and then as we got to this junction, like two of them peeled off to the right, and everybody, all the others waved. It was like kids on bikes. It's like, yeah, you're coming out on bikes.
Bye.
See,
I mean,
get home safe.
I can see the appeal of it, but I wouldn't like all the naughty part.
No, I don't want to get involved in organised crime.
Well, maybe they're not all doing that. Or
No.
What's that one guy, Christie, who used to lead some big chapter, a big dude, and he was saying his thing is well, we're not an organized criminal organization. We're not a criminal organization. Some of the people, though, they might do their own crimes. Like, so that's it's not official. It's not like a club thing. It's like,
Yeah,
but we're not gonna boot you out if you deal meth and destroy lives.
Just don't make it. Just don't bring it. Just don't bring it with you.
Yeah, well, by the next time we do a podcast, I will be I'll be way too knowledgeable about it, and then this will become a biker podcast.
That's fine. There is. Hey, maybe that's what we need to do.
Can we put an MC on it? Or...
No.
No.
Well, we'd have to speak to the
Unless-
crew.
No.
Unless I start watching 1970s NHL hockey games again, and then suddenly it's about like the algorithms will just latch on.
I'll tell you a film to find then. If we're going to do bikers, have a look at Willem Dafoe's first movie, The Loveless. That's a cool film.
Oh,
He
is it?
looks fucking great in that. Yeah.
It's a cool look.
Cool look, man.
I feel
Yeah.
like their heyday was the 70s.
You think so?
I think that I'll tell you what's not made a comeback is trucking movies. Truck drivers. Remember, like,
Yeah, Convoy was the
Convoy.
one. Oh, what a film.
best movie ever made.
I fucking love that film. I saw that at the cinema. That's how old I am.
Did you?
Yeah, my mum and dad took us to go and see it. Yeah.
What year would that be?
78,
Right.
I think.
Okay.
77, 78.
I remember going seeing Smokey and the Bandit, all of them, with my dad and my
yeah.
brother. And but I do distinctly remember Mum never came to one single Smokey and the Bandit. And then having watched Smokey and the Bandit again, I thought, oh, good on you, Mum. Because it was sexist as fuck.
Yeah, it was. Picking up
Like,
this
and you
pre- yeah.
rewatch it, you say, holy shit, Burt Reynolds. No wonder things shut down for you after that. Man.
Yeah. There were some great transport-based movies back then. Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
Transport.
It was all about moving around,
Yeah.
freedom, moving,
Logistics.
roads, highways. Couldn't do that now. You can't even park.
You
Can't
would
even
have
park in London.
It's all the paperwork as well, all the red tape.
Oh my god!
I mean, you
None
imagine
of
if he's
finest.
got to move all those Coors lights to
Yeah.
Tex. Was it Tex What was it?
Texarkana.
Texarkana. Texarkana.
Texarkana.
Yeah.
Texarkana.
No,
That's it.
Texarkana. Arcana. Texarkana. It's a town, I believe.
Ah. And he's got to do it in 24 hours.
Texarkana. Let's see where it is. I think it's not in Texas. Texarkana. Oh, it's a city in Texas. Oh no, there's also one. There's one in Arkansas as well.
That's the one they went to, isn't it? It's the Arkansas one.
Texarkana. That'd be like similar to like Mexico, Mexican.
Mexicana.
Texican food.
There'll be one in Gloucestershire, I imagine as well.
I don't imagine there'll be any kind of bootlegging going on down where we are.
No, I don't know.
Well, they had some. The biker gangs over here, they're not as plentiful as they used to be, I don't think. But there used to be lots, and they were allowed to. They rode Triumphs.
Yeah, the ones there's
British
one I
bike.
saw going through Dartford Tunnel, and they were all driving big old Harleys, but like the big old ones, you know, like the ones that look like a caravan.
Well, with the windjammers in the front.
Yeah, they were driving, they were flying around on them, but they look like.
God, I'd beat up anybody in my gang who came in with a windjammer.
Oh, you can't turn up with one of those fucking things. What do they call those? Not a windjammer. It's something else. They call it something else. If
Well,
they
in
turn up on
America,
one of
it's
those.
a windjammer.
Ah, shit ones. Shit ones. You can't be in a biker gang if you turn up on a sofa.
No.
It's not about comfort. It's about making your own handlebars.
Of course, in Canada, we used to have snowmobile gangs. Yeah, I used to run with a crew. Well, we could only do it for 4.5 months of the year, but man, I'll tell you what, the coyotes were scared.
What was
a
it?
coyote around that wasn't worried we were going to run him over with our ski-doos and my Arctic cat. That's
The Manic Mobiles.
That's got to add insult to injury. A coyote being run over by an Arctic cat.
See? Dogs and cats. We finished.
Polaris.
There you
It's
go.
come full
Skidoo.
circle, isn't it?
I bet it's come full
We
circle.
call them skidoos because there was a big brand called Skidoo.
Yeah.
But they're not skidoos. They're snowmobiles.
Wasn't there a band called something Skidoo? There was a band called something.
Snow Patrol?
No, not Snow Patrol.
Arctic monkeys?
It was called something Skidoo. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But I don't even
Hey,
know.
if we-
I think they were Canadian.
If we ever form a band, we're going to call them the Arctic Cats.
Not the dogs.
The Panther. We had a Panther 440, it was called. Panther 440 Arctic Cat. used to have
23
these things
Skidoo,
called,
Tone. 23 Skidoo.
Oh, I wonder what the 23 stands for. Probably Hitler's birthday. Every time you see a number, you think it's probably some fucking Hitler's birthday.
Hitler's birthday. Right, we're going to finish there. Hitler's
Yeah,
birthday.
we better finish. All right, we'll see you next week.
See you next week, Tone.
Silence in the court.